Welcome to this review of this wonderful classic Mercedes E200. This is the E200 Classic 2-litre petrol automatic. It's 21 years old, and believe it or not, it's ULEZ compliant. Can you believe it? Fantastic. So anyone who wants a classic car and don't want to pay the daily ULEZ charge in London, there you go, here she is. And these things are going for peanuts. If you can get these, get them now before the prices go up, I can assure you. And most of them are owned by elderly people that look after them and don't rag them. So let's have a look at the design anyway. This is a tank, look at it. Obviously it's not pretending to be anything else other than a hugely practical estate. It's got elegance to it. I mean, it's not the most beautiful car in the world, I don't think, but it has elegance to it. It doesn't scream out beauty, does it? But functionality, I think, is the word I'm looking for. But let's have a look. So you got the frog eyes there at the front. It's got nice smooth lines. It's got presence, hasn't it? Look at that. My goodness. It's huge. But I just like, from a practical point of view, I do like how they've designed it. Modern day estates are all like swooping at the back, and so you don't get practicality. This, look, it's nice and square, huge boot, huge practicality. And I like the design of the classic Mercedes Qs with the lines there. Really like it. Nice and boxy. And actually, the way they've designed the front, although it is boxy, the way this front is designed, and with these swoops here, although they're not just for design, there is a function to it. The aerodynamics. So you got the airflow going through that way, so it's actually very aerodynamic, and considering it's a big old lump, very economical. Obviously the one to go for at the time, until diesels became evil, was to get the E320 diesel. That was the one to get, and if you can get Avant-Garde, that's fantastic. So I've got this classic, which is the poverty spec, but although it's supposed to be poverty spec, I think it's got everything that you need. It's got all-round electric windows, electric mirrors. Okay, they're not electric folding, but aircon, CD player. The only thing missing is reverse sensors, but then they weren't that common back in the day. So yeah, look at that. Shall we have a look inside? Check this out. Good quality thud. Look at that. Built like a tank. Looks like a tank, built solidly like a tank. So look at the interior. Loads of fake mahogany. I mean, it's a Marmite sort of design, this dash. It's you like it or you love it. And obviously it doesn't go out much, so you're quite close to the windscreen. And the seats are quite low, so if you are elderly, they are a bit difficult to get in and out of. But once you are sat on these seats, they are so comfortable. And unlike the modern Mercs with the Artico leather, etc., and the cloth, cheap cloth that they use nowadays, this cloth is so hard wearing. This car has done over 100,000 miles, and the seat, driver's seat, yes, it's a bit mucky, but if you look at the piping, the carpet, the cloth, everything's in lovely order. And even the steering wheel, look, high quality leather used, and it's not ripped or teared whatsoever. All the wood is in lovely condition. Whoever's had this car has looked after it, because the dash looks like showroom fresh, and everything works. All the electronics work on this car. Look at the back. So the bolsters are nice and long, so when you sit you've got good under thigh support, and they curve upwards like that, so just to give that extra bit of comfort on the long journeys. So this is fantastic motorway cruiser, whether you're a driver or a passenger. And you can easily get, despite this hump there, you can easily get 3 adults in this car. It's nice and wide. And look at this, look how over engineered it is. Just to lift this base, they've got a button here, and it's so nice and firm. I can't do this while I'm filming, but even here, look, like that. Look at that. I can't do it because I've got the parcel shelf in the way, but look how thick and solid these adjusters are. Lovely. And armrest, none of this hole in there where you can't then put your hands. They've got it inside there, and good solid plastic, all solid, nice. And these hinges, classic Mercedes, super heavy duty hinges. And if you look at these buttons here, look, oh, the smooth mechanism, look at that. It is so nice. Even after 21 years, look how nice it is. And listen to the thud. And then look at this. Nice. That's quality for you. A lovely little feature, even though this is the base spec, I'll show you in a minute. It's got soft closing tailgate. Look how big this boot is. So this cover actually goes up like this, which is handy, and then you can actually get it to slide across. But look, huge, my goodness, it's like a double bed here. This does come with a 7-seat option, so there's another jump seat, literally for little kids basically, so that is available. Telltale sign will be that there'll be I can't get my words out now, seat belts on that side and there. But look, even the lights, look at the quality of the lights in the, I'm telling you, is fantastic. One thing I would say is that these cars, when they suffer from rust, is a common issue. And here, for example, look, this car has had welding done on the wheel arch lining there because of the rust. Look, original first aid kit. But yeah, so these wheel arches and things like that rust, unfortunately. For these Mercs of this age, they were a common problem. So one thing I wanted to show you, look, right, just there you go, soft closed doors. I mucked that up a bit, my apologies, but yeah, fantastic. Let's go for a drive. So despite being a big hefty old estate, this 2 litre, I thought it might struggle, but actually the power delivery and the pickup is excellent. Fantastic. Look, the compressor can handle it. Of course, it's no sports car, but it's not meant to be, but it has ample power. If you're on the motorway, you'll be fine. You can keep up with traffic or accelerate off the line very well. Obviously, being the old school Merc, the accelerator pedal, you do have to press quite a bit. Sorry, as I was saying, being an old school Merc, you do have to press the accelerator quite hard to get it going, but once you get used to it and get the feel, it's a nice responsive vehicle actually, and it's nice and quiet, well insulated. Steering is not overly light but not overly heavy. It's got good feel to it. I really like the quality of this steering wheel. Handles really nicely. It's got a nice soft feel to it, so when you're driving it's really nice. The view is very good all round. The mirrors are a little bit small, but that's standard for these saloons. But overall the visibility is very good. Loads of glass. A-pillars are very thin, so you can see easily all round, which is critical for such a big lump of a car. Okay, so dynamics wise, obviously you don't want to be swinging it into the corners, so it can lean a little bit, but overall the suspension is set up for comfort, and this is an absolutely fantastic cruiser. Nice supple suspension, and these seats, they're absolutely lovely, so nice. So yes, long journeys, fantastic. soaks up the humps and bumps. So lovely car, all good, nice comfortable car, not too sporty but powerful enough for daily driving. Let's go for a final review. So that was a lovely drive. As you see, it's a lovely place to sit. So should you buy one of these? Oh yeah, they're super cheap, and the people who own these generally look after them. And yes, if parts go wrong these days, they are quite expensive, but because of how long these have been around, there's loads of scrappies all over the place who have parts for these cars. So what you should look out for, a bit like what this car's got, common issue with these cars, unfortunately, the wings they rust, got rust issues. And as I've shown in the wheel arch there, you should always take those wheel arch covers off just to have a look in the boot. Take that off and have a look, because those wheel arches are prone to rusting. Obviously this one has had that and it's been welded, but look, rust unfortunately is the biggest problem with this car. Otherwise, in terms of like the interior materials, things like that, they're pretty good, solid, lovely, good quality dash. One little thing is that these dash cards, obviously this is more to do with age, so the glue on there wears out quite often and then it starts lifting, so you have to just get it re-glued. Otherwise, interior wise it's pretty good. Reliability wise, they're fine. If you go for the petrol, they're pretty solid. The diesels are also they crunch the mileage. There's plenty around with 300,000-400,000 miles. They just need regular maintenance, that's all it is. And obviously with the diesels, if you're going to do town driving, don't even bother. And of course in the UK, with all these things about ultra low emissions, they're not compliant, so they'll charge you an arm and a leg. So something like this is probably the best thing to get, and these are dirt cheap. These are for under £2,000. You get a beast, German beast like this, that's had one previous owner, full service history, new MOT, good tyres, new tyres all round. I mean, for a classic car, these are only going to appreciate, trust me. So if you are in the market for a cheap classic, and that is, you know, that you can run without being penalized and then get a little bit of appreciation in terms of value, this is one to look out for, especially in the estate version. These are so super practical, absolutely. If you've got even if you're a plumber or whatever, the rears are so long, you can put those pipes in with no problem whatsoever. You can crunch the miles without getting tired. So as you can see, I do love this car. It's not the most reliable around, but for the age actually it's quite robust. Just look out for the rust spots, and if you do see that, just make sure it's got good maintenance history, because if they don't have maintenance history, they're going to be problems and trouble. It's not worth, you know, getting a cheaper car with no maintenance. So pay the little extra, get one with comprehensive service history, and get something like this, which although might have some blemishes here and there, has comprehensive history and one or two owners. Then you know it's been looked after. Hope that helped everyone. Like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Take care, bye bye.